Have you ever stared at one of those crazy looking stock charts and thought, man, if I could just figure that thing out, I'd be rich? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on technical analysis and separate the really powerful tool from the get rich quick fantasy. Let's get right into it. You've heard this a million times, right? Just look at the charts. It's like the siren song of the stock market. It's so tempting. And this is the very idea that pulls so many hopeful beginners into trading, thinking all they need is a chart and a little bit of luck. Well, I'm here to tell you that promise, it's not just wrong, it's a flat-out dangerous lie. And believing it is probably the fastest way I know to lose your money. So right now, let's just completely tear that myth apart. So let's start by tackling this whole get-rich-quick thing head-on. Because honestly, to get what technical analysis really is, we first have to be crystal clear about what it is not. You know, for a lot of newcomers, a stock chart with all its colorful lines and weird-looking indicators, it looks like some kind of secret code. They see these complex tools and they actually think they've found it. A magic money machine. A system that'll just print cash if you can figure out which buttons to push. So what do you think happens when you treat a really sophisticated tool like it's some kind of magic wand? Well, the results are pretty predictable and honestly, pretty painful. This one misunderstanding is a huge reason why so many people who get into trading just don't make it. In fact, some studies show that a staggering 90%, that's 9 out of 10 beginner traders, end up losing money. And a huge driver for that number is this exact mistake, treating technical analysis like it's a crystal ball that can tell the future, instead of what it actually is, a tool for managing probabilities. To really make this click, I want to use a super simple analogy. Okay, so forget stocks for just a second. Imagine you're in a new city and you're just trying to pick a great restaurant for dinner. This is going to perfectly explain the two main ways people analyze a market. So you've basically got two ways you can go. You can be the food critic, that represents fundamental analysis, or you can be the crowd follower, and that represents technical analysis. Now, both can help you find a decent meal, but they go about it in completely, totally different ways. All right, so first up is the food critic. This is your fundamental analyst. They do the deep dive research. They're looking at the company's financials, its management team, the industry, basically the quality of the food. It's incredibly thorough for sure, but it takes a ton of time. You can only really become an expert on a few restaurants when you go this deep. And then you've got the crowd follower. This is our technical analyst. They don't taste the food, they don't research the chef, they just walk down the street and look for the restaurant with the longest line out front. They're making a bet that the crowd knows something. It's a fast way to make a call, but it all hangs on one big assumption, that the crowd is smart. And we all know, the crowd is not always right. Okay, so let's leave the restaurant analogy behind and bring this back into the real world. Now that we've got the concept down, the whole following the crowd idea, let's look at what technical analysis actually does for a trader. So here's the textbook definition. Technical analysis is simply studying past market data. We're talking mainly price and volume. The goal isn't to predict the future with 100% certainty. It's really to find patterns that might, just might, give you a clue about where the price is heading next. The entire field, the whole philosophy is built on this one core belief, that all of the known information out there, from earnings reports to big news stories, even just what investors are feeling, it's all already baked into the asset's price. The chart, in theory, is telling you the story of that battle between supply and demand as it happens. So here's the key takeaway. Professional traders don't use this stuff for guesswork. It's a disciplined process. First, they use charts to find a pattern they recognize. Second, and this is the most important part, they define exactly how much they're willing to risk on the idea. And third, they set very clear entry and exit points before they even think about placing a trade. See? It's all about structure, not sorcery. And this is a hugely important distinction. Technical analysis is a tool for short-term trading. We're talking days, weeks, maybe a few months. It is not for long-term buy and hold investing. That's the world where the food critic, our fundamental analyst, really shines. Okay, so let's wrap this all up with a quick reality check. If you're seriously thinking about using this tool, you absolutely have to have a clear, realistic idea of what it is you're working with. So if you don't remember anything else, please remember these 4 rules. 1, it is not magic. 2, it's completely useless without a solid plan and discipline. 3, it's all about playing the probabilities, not finding certainties. And 4, this is a skill. It takes real effort to learn. It's just not a shortcut to easy money. And that really brings us to the biggest question of all, doesn't it? If a chart only shows you what's already happened, how on earth can it help you predict the future? Well, the answer lies in the one thing that never really changes: human psychology. People, we tend to react to the same situations in very similar ways, and that creates patterns of fear and greed you can literally see on the charts. But that is a deep dive for another time. Thanks for joining me.